Hello everyone, in this video I am going to teach you about what is magic T. A magic T is a combination of both E-plane T and H-plane T. Now in this video I am going to teach you how we can construct the magic T from normal rectangular waveguide and what is magic T and what is the magic present in the magic T also I am going to teach you in this video. First let's see, a normal rectangular waveguide is having two ports, that is port 1 and port 2. We know this is the broader dimension of the rectangular waveguide and it is the narrow dimension of the rectangular waveguide. In my previous classes, I already taught you what is E-plane T and H-plane T. We know in case of E-plane T, we are connected one more port to the broader dimension of the rectangular waveguide, and in case of H-plane T, I connected one more port to the narrow dimensions of the rectangular waveguide. But in the case of magic T, here we need to connect two side arms, that is two auxiliary arms on the broader dimension and narrow dimension. Let's see the magic T. It is the magic T. We know it is port 1, it is port 2 and it is port 3 and it is port 4. Here port 1 and port 2 are the collinear ports, that means these two ports are exist in the main waveguide, and this port 4 represent the E-plane T because this fourth port connected to the broader dimension of the rectangular waveguide, and this port 3 represent the H-plane T because this port 3 is connected to the narrow dimension of the rectangular waveguide, and the combination of both H-plane T and E-plane T is known as magic T, and it is the magic T. Now I am going to teach you the definition for magic T. Connecting a simple waveguide at both broader and narrow dimensions of the rectangular waveguide is known as magic T. I already told you magic T is nothing but connecting simple waveguides to the both broader and narrow dimensions of the rectangular waveguide, then we can construct a magic T. Magic T is also known as EH-plane T because in magic T we have both E-plane T and H-plane T, or we can call it as a hybrid T. Now let's see what is the magic present in magic T. Why we are calling this T as a magic T means, let's see an example. It is a port 1 and it is port 2 and it is port 3 and port 4. Here port 1 and port 2 are collinear ports, port 3 and port 4 are auxiliary ports. Here observe, port 3 is a E arm and port 4 is a H arm. We know whenever, here I am going to explain the magic present in magic T. If I incident a power at port 3, suppose if I incident a power at port 3, then this power is equally divided between port 1 and port 2. This power is equally divided between port 1 and port 2, and no power is delivered to the port 4. Okay, or understand? If I incident a power at port 3, this power, the incident power at port 3 is equally divided between port 1 and port 2, and no power is delivered to the port 4. Similarly, let's observe here. Similarly, when I incident a power at port 4, this port 4 power is equally divided between the port 1 and port 2, and no power is delivered at the port 3. Even though this port 3 and port 4 are adjacent to each other, no power is delivered to the port 3 when power is incident at port 4, and no power is delivered at port 4 when power is incident at port 3. And this is the magic present in the magic T. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you for watching this video. In my next video, I am going to teach you the scattering matrices for E-plane T, H-plane T and magic T. Thank you for watching this video.